Hello, so we're group 16, and our intervention program focuses on elderly individuals aged 65 and older, and the name of our program is the Age Well Initiative. So for a bit of background and rationale, as people begin to age, they often experience sarcopenia, which is the gradual loss of muscle mass. This leads to a decrease in strength and physical function. As a result, older individuals may find simple tasks like opening bottles or carrying items too difficult, and this can reduce their independence. The loss of independence can be frustrating and can affect their mental well-being and self-esteem. The decrease in muscle strength can also make movement more difficult and uncoordinated, which increases the risk of falls and injuries. Beyond the muscle loss, the heart also becomes more vulnerable with age. Heart disease is the leading cause of death among older adults, and less than 25% of elderly people engage in physical activity to maintain their health. Regular physical activity can help prevent falls and improve overall health by strengthening both muscles and the heart. Exercise reduces recovery time after injuries and can lower the need for medical interventions like surgery. Additionally, physical activity releases endorphins, which can boost mental health and improve the mood. For older individuals, maintaining the ability to perform daily activities independently can greatly improve their quality of life and self-esteem. Regular exercise, such as walking, helps strengthen the heart and improve circulation and reduces the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other heart-related conditions. So for the rationale, physical activity is essential for older adults. It helps reduce the risk of falls, improves heart health, boosts mental well-being, and maintains independence, all of which contribute to a better quality of life. So our guiding theory for our program is the self-determination theory, which essentially just focuses on the idea that goals are guided by behavior and what will provide a purpose. So it's just personal goals, personal growth, and something that can contribute to the community, that can cultivate well-being. So this theory will ultimately guide our program through goals that will be set through to help prolong the quality of life for adults over the age of 65. So for our goals and objectives for this program, we want to increase the activity in older adults ages 65 and up to improve their overall strength and function. So our 3 objectives will focus on physical activity, diet, and socialization. So for the physical activity aspect, we want them to at least be physically active 3 times a week. Then for their diet, at least 3 days of the week, we want to alter it just to ensure that they're receiving appropriate nutrients for their bodies to thrive throughout the intervention. And for the socialization aspect, we want to make sure that they're socializing at least 2 times a week to ensure that they're receiving that mental stimulation. And we're kind of using that as just a base point, and then we can, of course, build up on that once we get throughout the program. So our population, as we've already discussed, is elderly individuals ages 65 and up, of any gender, and their specific needs and issues just are those who may be struggling with mental health as well as being physically active on their own.
For funding, a possible grant opportunity would be to apply for the Multi-Level Physical Activity to Improve Health and Well-Being initiative. This grant is most suitable for our project because it focuses on minority populations facing health disparities with the goal of improving overall health and well-being. For the equipment, a pedometer for each participant, a possible yoga mat, and then resistant bands. Other expenses would be specialized fitness instructors for the group fitness classes, for example, a Pilates or yoga instructor that is familiar with low-impact movement suitable for the elderly population. Our intervention strategy will include a mixture of individual and group activities to ensure the individual needs are met while simultaneously getting the elders socialized with others, and then increase physical activity to at least 3 times a week. Each participant will receive a pedometer, which tracks an individual step per minute. The individuals will then log their daily steps with the pedometer. Improve diet for at least 3 days of the week. Each participant will take the mini nutritional assessment short form every 4 months, which is designed for elderly individuals to determine if they are malnourished or at risk for malnourishment. And then socialize the elder for at least 2 times a week. The use of a social activity log, which measures an individual's socialization frequency out of their normal day-to-day task. The participant will log their daily activities. For intervention activities, for the informational, participants will be taught proper exercises that accommodate to the state of their bodies depending on past health issues, with the goals of prolonging these health problems and preventing the increase of these issues such as osteoporosis or cardiovascular decline. For behavioral, establish supportive relationship within the elderly community so that they feel seen and heard. And then social, participants will be able to participate in daily group workout activities and be encouraged to have at least 30 minutes of social interactions per day, along with a weekly required group social activity lasting for at least 90 minutes. The innovation, elderly adults are often neglected or abused, and their physical and mental well-being are not taken into consideration as they age. Our program is innovative because we are reaching out to this population and finding accessible ways to help them socialize as well as move their bodies, with the goals of prolonging their mental sharpness and physical body. For the setting, the most accurate location to collect this data and implement these objectives would be in a retirement home. For the strengths, this would allow us to work with the staff and easily record the information on how much participants are eating and moving. This environment would also give us the accessibility to easily host group fitness classes along with meetings due to the participants all being in one location. And the limitations, this would exclude a population of elderly adults living at home who are struggling with proper diet, exercise, and mental health. The timeline of the program: for week 1, we will host a meeting with the participants and explain the requirements of their intervention, including the weekly required physical activities and social interactions. Each elder will then participate in a physical examination along with an assessment of what medications they are taking, what pre-existing medical conditions they may have, and an overall description of what their average diet includes. We will discuss the alterations that need to be made to the elder's diet to make sure proper nutrients and vitamins are added. During week 2 through 9, each week of the intervention, the elder will fill out a survey including the number of steps they took throughout the week along with the log of the amount of exercise. There will also be a place for them to fill out the state of their physical body and mental awareness with questions on whether they are seeing improvement in their overall well-being. And then week 10, at the end of the intervention, each elder will fill out a final assessment discussing if there was improvement in their well-being and overall physical status. They will also be asked if they are considering implementing the activities and changes made during the intervention into their daily lives.
One side effect of working with an elderly population would include pre-existing medical conditions that some participants may already have. It is much harder at this age to use these techniques to help reverse health conditions. However, encouraging modification and still allowing them to feel encouraged to participate to the best of their ability is one way to overcome this. Our marketing strategies will include reaching out to several retirement facilities in the community with enticing information about our program, hoping to inspire them to participate. We will hold meetings at these facilities who are showing the most interest, and also include a free exercise class following these informational meetings to allow the people of interest to get a feel for what they will be signing up for. Our community partner will be a local retirement home that is willing to host these weekly meetings / social events and fitness classes while promoting the intervention within their facility. We will begin our process with a physical evaluation and cognitive test on each participant, which will help give us a better idea of the state of the participants we are working with. The program will include 30 minutes of walking 3 times a week, along with 10 minutes of lower extremity training and one 30-minute group workout class, along with a social gathering activity over an 8-week period of time. We will follow up with the participants each week to update our data and receive feedback to help us adhere to the needs of our participants. The overall outcome and impact of this intervention would be to encourage this population to find fun ways to keep their bodies moving as they continue to age, and give them all a supportive community as they enter a more uncertain season of life. If our program is successful, the research that we will have gathered could be turned into an 8-week exercise and diet plan for elderly adults looking to incorporate a healthier lifestyle into their daily routine. After this 8-week challenge is over, it would be our goal to have inspired this population to continue to implement these practices into their lifestyle as a whole. This method is not meant to be strenuous or stressful. It is simply meant to guide and inspire people to want to be their best self mentally and physically, with the hopes of a better physical and mental well-being. Thank you all for watching, and please let us know if you have any questions.